Welcome to my channel. Here I am going to provide brand new questions, with most asked questions. Together, we will ace the exam. Question 1. You should use the signals of your vehicle before how much distance of taking a turn? Option A. 100 feet. Option B. 120 feet. Option C. 150 feet. The right option is Option A. Question 2. What is the hand sign of taking a right turn? Option A. Pointing the right arm in the upward direction. Option B. Pointing the left arm in the upward direction. Option C. Keeping the left arm straight. The right option is Option B. Question 3. How to identify an HOV lane? Option A. Look for a bicycle mark. Option B. Look for a star mark. Option C. Look for a diamond mark. The right option is Option C. Question 4. How to identify the center left turn lane? Option A. It will be marked with a broken line and a solid line. Option B. It will be marked with two broken line and a solid line. Option C. It will be marked with a yellow broken line. The right option is Option A. Question 5. When approaching a railroad crossing with no warning device, the speed limit is Option A. 10 miles per hour. Option B. 25 miles per hour. Option C. 15 miles per hour. The right option is Option C. Question 6. At an unmarked crosswalk, you should Option A. Increase your speed and cross before the pedestrians. Option B. Stop and ask the pedestrians to cross quickly. Option C. Yield the right-of-way to the pedestrians. The right option is Option C. Question 7. For how much distance you can stay in the center left turn lane? Option A. 200 feet. Option B. 300 feet. Option C. 400 feet. The right option is Option A. Question 8. Any person who willfully flees or attempts to evade law enforcement performing their duties is guilty of a misdemeanor punishable by Option A. A maximum fine of up to $10,000. Option B. Up to 1 year of imprisonment in a county jail. Option C. Cancellation of the driving license. The right option is Option B. Question 9. If you were to be a disabled person, or driving for someone who is disabled, then you should park in which color parking area? Option A. Green. Option B. Yellow. Option C. Blue. The right option is Option C. Question 10. California's Basic Speed Law says Option A. You should never drive faster than posted speed limits. Option B. You should never drive faster than is safe for current conditions. Option C. The maximum speed limit in California is 70 miles per hour on certain freeways. The right option is option B. Question 11. When you are in situation of law enforcement stop, how you will signal the officer that you have noticed him. Option A. Turning on the parking lights. Option B. Turning on the right indicator, or right turn signal. Option C. Turning on the left indicator, or left turn signal. The right option is option B. Question 12. You just sold your vehicle. You must notify DMV. Within how many days? Option A. Within 5 days. Option B. Within 10 days. Option C. Within 7 days. The right option is option A. Question 13. If a law enforcement officer stops you for questioning, then you have the right to option A. Know the reason of stopping. Option B. Not to answer any questions. Option C. None of the above. The right option is option A. Question 14. There is a school bus ahead of you in your lane with flashing yellow lights. You should option A. Stop, then proceed when you think all the children have exited the bus. Option B. Slow down to 25 miles per hour and pass cautiously. Option C. Slow down and prepare to stop. The right option is option C. Question 15. Dim your high beam headlights to low beams within dash feet when a vehicle is coming towards you. Option A. 300 feet. Option B. 500 feet. Option C. 700 feet. The right option is option B. Question 16. What does a flashing yellow light mean? Option A. Go as usual. Option B. Stop and wait for the light to be changed. Option C. Slow down and proceed with caution. The right option is option C. Question 17. Parallel parking is when the option A. Rear wheels are turned toward the street. Option B. Vehicle is in line with other parked vehicles. Option C. Rear wheels are touching the curb. The right option is option B. Question 18. What are no zones? Option A. An area where no vehicles can be parked. Option B. An area where no traffic rules are followed. Option C. The blind spot area of a driver. The right option is option C. Question 19. When is it legal for a driver or a passenger in a vehicle to eat cannabis products? Option A. When the cannabis product was prescribed by a doctor. Option B. When stopped at a red light. Option C. Never. The right option is option C. Question 20. Which of these lanes may a driver enter within 200 feet of an intersection where they plan to turn right? Option A. Bus lane. Option B. HOV lane. Option C. Bike lane. The right option is option C. Question 21. You are driving, and a dust storm blows across the freeway, reducing your visibility. You should drive slower and turn on your option A. Interior lights. Option B. Headlights. Option C. Parking lights. The right option is option B. Question 22. Do not begin crossing railroad tracks if option A. You transport 2 or more young children, or in a passenger vehicle. Option B. The railroad crossing is in a city that has frequent train traffic. Option C. You do not have enough room to completely cross. The right option is option C. Question 23. You are driving on the freeway. The vehicle in front of you is a large truck. You should drive option A. Closely behind the truck in bad weather, because the driver can see farther ahead. Option B. You do not have enough room to completely cross. Option C. Farther behind the truck than you would a passenger vehicle, to be out of the truck driver's blind spot. The right option is option C. Question 24. Treat lines as a barrier when option A. 2 sets of solid, double white lines are spaced 2 feet apart. Option B. 2 sets of broken yellow lines are spaced 1 foot apart. Option C. 2 sets of solid, double yellow lines are spaced 2 or more feet apart. The right option is option C. Question 25. If you are involved in a traffic collision and no one is injured, you are required to complete and submit a written report to option A. DMV. Option B. EDD. Option C. CHP. The right option is option A. Congratulations on attempting all the questions. Let me know your score in the comment section.